this is what I would want to say to the ladies. If we could try not to make mention of anything transactional in the first phase of meeting two people,
I love that.
I think you could have a chance of having something organic, right? Just try it. I know it may be what is festered into our society, but just try it. You meet someone just for the human experience. That human experience is priceless. I don't know why they're trying to change it today, but if you was to go back to where we was originally designed to be and communicate as human beings, you would find you'd have a way more rewarding outcome. Because I'm telling you, as a man, we have spending the money on you is not our issue at all. If you taking care of a guy, this nigga gonna come in and take care of you, your kids, and everybody else in there.
I love the message that you just gave to the women.
It's true.
And the message to the men, same here.
Sure.
If you come into this space letting the woman feel safe, letting the woman feel like you're not trying to use her in a particular way, and you're like sincerely there to wanting to create something more than it just being sex.
Got you. Okay.
And you're showing that to this woman. That can change the dynamics in multiple ways.
I wanted to share with the viewers real quick what inspired this conversation, right? It's crazy because this is how much juice we got for y'all. We could get into this thing and get real intense. You know, we're on fire with conversation, right? But I love my circle for that. You know, this is what we're here for. And we want to draw other like-minded people to kind of create a community. Because the same way, if we don't create a community, people, another community is being created.
It's already being created. It's trying to take over.
You feel me? So we got to get into the habit of creating a community, right?
I come from a troubled past, the mind of a double standard. I write with the other hand. You might misunderstand them. Just take a closer look. You can see the bread upon us. I make history for a living. Men of honor.
Good afternoon. What up, good people? We are back with another episode of The Potent Perspective, right? I'm your host, Hash Potent, and joining me today is two beautiful people. To my right is none but Erica. Erica, what's going on? What you see?
Hey, I'm happy to be here again. Great conversation, great people, and I'm ready to get into it.
For sure. It's good to see Erica. She is a vibe. I love her. I love the vibe that she brings. She has a feminine touch that we need here on the show. I'm glad to have you, Erica.
Thank you for having me.
Nice. On my right is nothing but the man. He got his shirt bust open. You know right?
For those of y'all that like a little chest hair, you know,
very curly on the tip. You know what I'm saying?
You know this go way back. You know the roots of chocolate. Their hair curly.
The Black Tego Calderon, aka Ken Gamble. What's
the only one and only.
Good to see you. Smoothing in a bottle of cognac. You know what I mean? And
I don't know, you smooth because you like to put it in the freezer.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, it's nothing like yak in the freezer. I don't know if y'all know, but if you put Crown in the freezer, it turns into honey. It hit different. I'm just sorry, it just do. But anyway, guys, I'm so happy to be here with my people, good people, and I hope that we continue to, create this type of energy, this type of atmosphere, to where it brings in more good energy, if that makes any sense.
We get so much positive responses on social media. Y'all been really supportive of what's going on.
We have. It's been amazing. The last video we did before our last video, which was based on conditioning your mind for success after facing years of obstacles, right? The last video before that did 141K views on Instagram. That is amazing.
That's good.
I'm very thankful for the people that tapped in. We're working on a little bit more consistency because we have one editor. We have some miscommunication going on, so I apologize for the delay, but we are ready to go. Trust me when I tell you, right? But today we want to just touch on something that it's going on in our world today, and we can't not address it because we have to deal with it, right? If you're single, you're and you're trying to get into the dating world, you probably are dealing with present day issues that relate to this, right? So and we just trying to see, is that what's happening? I mean, we talked about Ken had asked me in my first interview, do love still exist? And at the time, I'm just like, it still exists. I'm just being optimistic, right? But after what I seen when I went out the other night with him, I was like, is this the way we're thinking now as people? You know what I mean? And I hate to say it, but it's unattractive. I came from a time where it was a beautiful thing for a man and a woman to have a chemistry, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a certain type of chemistry that we have from man to woman that is so God-given. It's weird. It's the most beautiful thing you could experience on earth, right? But it was organic. It had nothing to do with, what you had or, anything, things that are of monetary value that you had to present when you meet somebody, which was crazy. But, it was more natural, and we are lacking that today completely. Like, it's like, I'm hoping that somewhere on planet Earth, the way we are, fashioned to communicate as human beings still exists. But if to think that it's gone is heartbreaking to me right now, because I still want that, because things happen. Everybody's agenda is different, right? But me personally, I like to have that relationship where I go to the grave with my lady. You feel me? Yes. Like, I don't need to have an audience, and then I'm past that. Give me one good woman, and I'm going to the grave with that, and you will see the entire journey. Because I'm gonna let you know she with me, right? But anyway, so I want to just ask the question first, right? Do you guys think that there's a possibility that real love and real connection could still exist, or in your opinion, is it a wrap for that?
I don't think it's a wrap. I'm always thinking in terms of having hope for love. I'm a romantic. I have faith in us as a people, period. But I do know that there's been harm to, especially our culture.
Yeah.
And it was intentional.
CIA done got away with it.
Absolutely. It's been intentional. And what we're facing or we're looking at today is devastating and sad. Even as we were talking earlier about music, it's creating this generational gap between real love and what can you do for me, right? Like, it's transactional now. It's transactional. And that makes me sad. But I have hope, and I feel like things can shift. I think that in a lot of spaces, not only necessarily in politics, but just in general of us as a whole as people, we're talking more about what healing looks like, and what real relationships look like, and what love looks like. So
you still feel like you look at the bottle half full.
Absolutely, I do. But I mean, the other part exists. I see it on a daily basis, and
it's really sad to me, man, because I long for that, not only for me, but for my people as well, for men and women. Because I don't think it's nothing more beautiful than a connection between us.
Oh my God.
I don't know what they're trying to create nowadays, but I don't see anything matching that. But Ken, what say you, brother? How you?
He laughing.
I know.
Why you laughing?
Ken is ready.
Here we go. Let the bull out the pig. Nah, for me, do I think it still exists on planet Earth, on the face of America? I think that it does in very, very like selective few pockets, on this planet.
Earth, right,
it does exist. I'll be a fool to tell you that there aren't authentic people out there, that do want love, that do want that authentic Love Jones, brown sugar love, that do want that romance, that want that deep rooted sacrifice, and understand that relationships are hard, but whether you got $1 million, motherfucker, or you got 1 cent, I'm gonna be right here with you because of who you are, and vice versa.
Of course. Yeah.
Now, is the dating culture pushing that? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
In 2025, it's all about what he can do for me and what she can do for me. Let's be real about it. Yeah. Girls, I interviewed this girl not too long ago, a couple of days ago, right after I got off of work. I had some time to go to this coffee shop. I ain't really been working on the YouTube channel, and I was like, man, I really, I was feeling a little down because I was like, this is my passionate about this thing. So took some time. There was somebody, I was like, you know what, let me interview her. To wrap it up quickly, to get to the point, she said that she would not deal with a guy that didn't make a certain amount of money because she knows where she wants to be in the future. She wants to have a family. She wants to have kids. So it's like, so you telling me that if a guy made 65 to 70K a year, you wouldn't be cool with that? She was like, nah, because I want a certain lifestyle for me, So I said, so what if he had bread, but he didn't have that character? And she was like, well, I want both, I was like, oh, how many times realistically us dealing with people as adults do we see people that have both?
Unrealistic. Yes.
I'm just saying, it's possible.
It's possible,
but it's hard, right?
Very rare.
So I feel like a lot of times people come into the situation where they have a so-called standard about shit, but really you just want to have fun. You want to have a great life. You see social media, you see the jet boats, the yachts, the Cartier purses and all of that, and you want some of that too. You don't want to be average, you want to be like them, but you don't understand that they trade something off to get to that point, So it creates like this toxic dating scene.
Atmosphere,
and I just think that does love exist? Man, I'm gonna be real with you. If you go out as a lover boy, a lover girl into today's 2025 climate, you're gonna be hit really bad. Like you're gonna be rocked around.
If you're not prepared, I think too.
You could be prepared, Ash.
Okay.
Because you can go into the scene. It used to be, a mathematical thing, right? So like, let's say you talk to 10 people, right? 7 might be, 6 might be, bullshit people, right? So then you still got 3, right? To really get to know. Okay. In 2025, my God, you can talk to 10 and all 10 bullshit. Yeah. You're gonna have to bump that number up. Group them up. 20. You might talk to 20.
No, okay, so let's interject here real quick, right? We have to implement where are we meeting these type of people.
Oh, that's easy.
I know we had this conversation.
Man,
go ahead, Ken.
That's a good question, Hannah. I used to think that, right? Once upon a time, it used to be true to where, right, there was always that unspoken, not an unspoken, but kind of like an in-your-face rule. Yeah. People at the club, they're the lowest quality of people that you could meet as far as dating because they're not really looking for nothing, no substance whatsoever. Yeah. It's just one night only for fun, right? Man, that shit is not just in the club no more, man. That you could go to a museum, you can go to a grocery store. Yeah. I could go to the car wash. I can go to Dollar Store General right here. I go to all these places, and you're gonna find this disease, this mental disease everywhere that you go.
It's a mental disease. Is exactly what it is.
It is a disease.
Because I used to be under the impression that, I might have a chance if I slide through Whole Foods.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I go to Central Market.
You thinking that's our people.
Because, you know what I'm saying?
Right, people who are conscious of what they're putting in their body and their minds and their spirits.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
So I'm like, we might have a chance, but I it's sad to say, I kind of believe what he's saying. It's permeated into the atmosphere to where it doesn't matter where you meet somebody.
No, it don't.
And it's heartbreaking to me, even as I'm realizing that now, because I'm telling you, that is so temporal to me. Even if, for you to base your future on things that are monetary or physical is insane to me. That has nothing to do with the bond that you need to have with the other person.
A lot of people feel like they've been backstabbed and betrayed and they don't want to repeat. And that shit is so stupid to me, because I'm like, just because this person did it to you, like if you eat a burger, right? If you eat a burger, you went to one particular spot A, and you had their burger and they gave you diarrhea and it was terrible, are you gonna stop eating burgers altogether? No, you just gonna go to another burger spot and try something new.
But this also goes back to what I was saying earlier about how we've been raised, and I can only speak from a woman's perspective
That's far as
the best perspective. Mothers are aunties. Like, we sit in the rooms continuously, and all we hear, because of past experiences, is if he ain't got this, if he ain't got that, then don't waste your time. You know what I mean? Like, this is embedded in us on a continuous method.
But the friends too.
And because the friends had the same aunties.
The friends keep each other single and everything too. Yeah.
Because they had the same aunties and the same mommies. So us in the Black culture, we're hearing this continuously, and now we're hearing it in our music. Right? Yeah. So it's become in our DNA. Yeah, it's becoming part of our DNA, and it's something that we're going to have to start breaking through spaces like this, having conversations, acknowledging, being aware of how we're going out into the world. And what we're approaching.
At the end of the day, with that being said, Erica, those same people, like I said before, they badmouth, like you got them aunties, them mamas, they got all that hate and resentment towards Pookie and Ray Ray and shit. And they don't understand that. Because
Pookie and Ray Ray been doing them wrong, because the daddy and the uncles have been saying, treat them hoes like.
That's right. And then Pookie and Ray Ray all of a sudden represent every single demographic of men on the face of planet Earth, but yet those demographics that they gave Pookie and Ray Ray a chance. These guys that dog them out and shit that they want to come in and tame like a wild horse and shit. And there's all these great men running around being invisible to all these women.
All the great men?
There's a lot of great men that are invisible.
So you feel like the ratio between
No.
Amazing.
I'm saying that most women find certain qualities of those toxic dudes exciting and interesting and intriguing. And they're letting these men come into their life and bring all of this destruction into their life. And then once they get used and abused and discarded, now they're a victim and everybody is the bad guy. All men are the bad guy.
You just said a whole lot. You just said when they get used, abused,
You can't overlook that.
You can't.
I know.
I'm like, damn.
But
now they mad.
But you know what though? Everything happens to shit happens. Life happens to us. We have crossroads and roads to take on how we deal with stuff. Nobody's gonna save you. Nobody's there to hold your hand. And as a man, I truly believe it's harder for us men than it is for us for women.
And I feel opposite, but that's fair.
I was gonna ask that. What you feel like it's harder for women?
Yeah.
Really?
It's definitely hard for us, and we need to talk about that. Like,
I don't think so.
I wanted to. Wait,
no, I'm not saying as far as life experiences.
You mean you don't think we need to talk about it?
No. I'm saying I don't mean as far as life experiences. Okay. I mean as far as support systems and things like that. Like if a woman goes through stuff, there's always a support system for her. There's always a safe space. I want to say there's women have a sense of community between each other as far as being able to talk about things and things of that nature.
That's totally different from what we're needing as far in a relationship from a man. That's cool to have your person,
but those things do affect you, right? If a man does you wrong, right?
And you guys don't have the support system. Y'all don't be like you and your home. You and Hash was just talking about.
Me and Hash have a different relationship than Hash. You tell me, do most men have a safe space between each other to walk to each other and be like, you know what, man, I just feel like I'm not enough for my girl, man. Do men emotionally open up in that way to each other on a broad basis?
On a broad basis, I think a guy needs to feel a certain type of welcome to open up like that. But generally speaking, I think like Erica said today, there is more healing being practiced. So it's more welcoming for this type of guy, right? If that makes sense.
Recently.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if we're talking about now. But what I wanted to shed light, I wanted Erica to share what the female experience would be in regards to, dealing with guys today.
Absolutely.
Like,
so, as I'm thinking about what you guys experience. I think you guys should share that.
Okay.
I think that's powerful.
Okay.
But for us women, like for the most part, men, and I hate to say this because I don't think all men are like this, but we're having to face the situation where men are looking for just sex. You know what I mean? Like, what can you do for me physically, sexually, and then this is what I have in my pocket to give to you. You know what I mean? Like I feel it's disgusting for me to feel like sometimes men feel like because they have a certain amount of money that they can talk to me and they can expect. I want to say something.
So I want to just explain why that is the way it is today, and that's just because I'm a man. I could understand the reason why, right? So the media has a bad effect on our men, the way we process things, right? The way we calculate what's going on in our current world today, right? So I think it's already been public view that this is by just paying attention to the numbers. You look at different women speak, you're constantly hearing, okay, numbers, what can you do for me? How much money you have? That starts to project in our minds as, okay, all we need is the money to get you. So now I think men adapt, and this is not to describe every woman because you may not be that way, right? But if we look at things from the majority, and it's a psychological effect taking place, whether we want to admit it or not. Because if you put an animal into a place, an environment where it's traumatic for him, it's one thing he's gonna do right off the muscle, and that is to adapt. It's a key thing.
Or rewarded.
Okay.
Let's think about that.
Okay.
Like when the actions are rewarded because of the way they're acting. Like I think that's what's happening. Like men are understanding. If I put the money on the table, then the pussy is gonna come.
Okay.
I mean,
right?
that's obvious.
And then women are thinking, if I put the pussy on the table, then money is gonna come.
Okay, so all right, so we can't even address that without saying or without figuring out where did it start, because it had to start somewhere. Because I think what we're doing without getting to the solution, we are now in a battle with each other. It's a second match. Well, y'all niggas think, you know what I mean, y'all could get it, so we gotta sell it, type of shit. And it's like nobody's taking the time to reason, when in actuality, that is a promising strategy for a failed relationship.
So how do we change that? I love where you're going with this. Like, how can change that?
You got to look at both sides, right? The origins of both sides. I just seen the interview today with Tupac Shakur, right? This interview happened like in about 94, 95. He was like, I used to be, within a year, he said, in 1 year, he used to go out to the same spots, right? Nobody was paying attention to him a year before. He was still Tupac, but all the women that he was trying to talk to, he was too short, he was too skinny, he was a nobody, they were ignoring him. A year later, after he got fame and they know he got money and he's a somebody, now all of a sudden all those women are going hysterical next to him because he's near them. Right.
I mean, a celebrity.
But you could say that, but it's the power of access, the power of resource, the power of, clout. Moving forward today, you have women that get hurt. And it's like, well, if guys are gonna hurt me, I might as well get something out of it. I might as well get money. So girls, niggas is gonna hurt you. They're gonna play you. All they want is booty and pussy. So if they're going to get that, if you're going to give it to them, make sure that you squeeze as much as you can out of them while they're there, because that's all they good
So is that a fact that what did you just, I'm trying to understand what you're just saying. Are you saying that that's a fact?
I'm not saying that's a fact.
Okay.
I'm saying that's how the women that are speaking what I just said are thinking.
Okay.
And the guys that are about that paper, they're like, you know what? It's so hard to find authentic love out here, you know.
The way you making men the victim is
I'm not making men the victim.
I mean, you were like, the whole body language was like,
you know,
God,
but you gotta understand.
We have no other option because women out here is
Do you
just
know
so
how bad
disturbing.
it is for men out here?
You know how bad it is for women out here.
But
like,
that's the thing. Women have always had a platform to talk about that. That's what That's what I said earlier. Y'all have always had a platform to talk about how dating bad is, how crazy men can be sometimes, this, that, and the other. Men didn't really start talking about that stuff until 2021, until guys like Kevin Samuels and all them guys start really like turning the knob, and everybody was like damn, and you start seeing these terrible type of women go online and stuff with 5 kids and 6 kids, wanting a guy with no kids and money and shit.
So what does the talking do? Does it make it relating?
No. The talking exposes what's going on the other side. If you don't understand your victim, like if you understand that there's war, right? But you don't understand what that war is doing to the other side, you're not really going to have empathy and you're not going to care because you don't understand. You can't see the destruction. You can't see the bloodshed. So as I speak about, as I just spoke about the woman, right, and what she goes through, I'm not saying that women don't run into men that try to use them. I'm not saying that women don't run into men that are just looking for pussy. What I'm saying is that you as an individual can make bad decisions, or you maybe didn't have this certain type of wisdom and you were not necessarily used, but you just didn't have wisdom. So you made a mistake and you let that mistake dictate your whole life and what the whole road is going to look at.
So that's for men and for women.
Excuse me?
That's for men and for women.
Well, when I start talking about the men, you said I was doing too much.
Well, look,
No.
so
So I didn't even get to make that point. But my point with that manner is the following. There's a lot of men that are genuine, that do want to find love, that do want to date, but they run into a lot of gold diggers. They run into women that don't try to get to know them, and they ghost them and, hurt them. And so then they be like, you know what? Those guys that ain't shit and that just throw money always end up getting a girl. So why don't I just become the bad guy?
Okay, so
right?
look.
Same here, women.
No, but that's what I'm giving. But I'm answering the question.
Yeah.
I'm giving you both sides.
So the thing is, because we can become really passionate because of our individual experience,
absolutely,
right? So before we even get there, I'm gonna be the medium for it, right? Yeah. Now, without even picking sides, because I believe in balance. I don't think all chicks is like this. I'm not that type of guy, right? Mm-hmm. I do know that for a fact there's a lot of guys that simp.
That's another problem, bro.
But that's we got it.
What do you mean by simp?
So let me break that down.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even exercising the healthy way of getting to know a female. Right off the muscle, they're trying to throw the money.
Facts.
In a female's mind, she perceives this as, damn, all I gotta do is, and I get. Now her whole switch of, going that entire route to suck the money out of him is turned on. I can't blame her because you simping. You didn't even. I don't know. And to be honest with you, it's like I don't want to make this about the guy either, because I feel like if you want a certain type of response, then you should have a certain type of approach.
Come on,
it's just
that's a whole T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
No, that ass.
I'm just being honest, because I'm not gonna sit here and bat the female for what they doing, absent these guys who doing this, and they're hurting the organic experience of meeting male to female, right?
If dudes stop simping, a lot of stuff would change.
It would change.
It would change. 100%.
And also that community, the people that you guys are referring to is only one community of the human race. There's another community outside that race that still believe in the origin of how two people communicate.
Oh, wait a minute. As you're talking, I'm thinking to myself, like, there's a need, right? And when I say need, and I hate for this to be a fact, but it is, like, a lot of Black women single parent Black women are out there in a space that are of need.
Okay.
Because of our economic situations, whatever that process may be.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And when I say like of need, needing that support system.
Financially.
That changes everything in a lot of situations.
Feel like that opens up an opportunity where a woman's perspective would change. Even an approach when she's dealing with a man.
Absolutely.
That is crazy, but I see it being true.
Yeah, multiple spaces for different women. Like that particular woman.
Yes and no to that.
I'm open to hearing what do you mean?
Because I think I've met single mothers. I generally like to stay away from, I'll say this. There are single moms who are extraordinary.
And by the way, I'm a single mom.
Okay. Extraordinary. I've met women who had kids who weren't desperate, who weren't looking for the next guy to come in and save them from, their kids or their financial struggles, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
No. But I have met also some single moms that if a guy come in, hey, we a package deal and you're going to have to take care of me, you're going to have to deal with my kids and everything that comes with it. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of both.
So I wanted to propose an idea, because if that's the case, that means, and I believe in holding people accountable as well as myself, isn't it not a bit of a lazy mentality to just sit there and think, okay, there go an opportunity for me to, instead of going out and trying to work like we would have to do, saying, you know what, I think I could just get the right type of guy and he'd come in here and take care of me and my kids.
Yeah, and that's what this music, that's what our culture has created. That's what, I hate that, that's just the facts of it all. Like, they've made this be a beautiful thing. Like, I'm a beautiful bitch, and what can you give me?
It's true.
I need resources.
And you know what's crazy? Here's the thing. This is what I want to enforce every time I hear this, right?
Mm-hmm.
With us as men, especially the real men who still operate on those type of fundamentals.
Much love to the real men.
Because
I know you guys are out there.
Yeah. So to the guys like myself, who I still operate on these laws, I'm going to give you everything I have. You do not have to make one mention of it. Because the provider in me is going to come in and naturally want to contribute. I got something to give. But that's granted you give the guy the chance. You don't. This is what I would want to say to the ladies. If we could try not to make mention of anything transactional in the first phase of meeting two people,
I love that.
I think you could have a chance of having something organic, right? Just try it. I know it might be what is festered into our society, but just try it. You meet someone just for the human experience. That human experience is priceless. I don't know why they're trying to change it today, but if you was to go back to what we was originally designed to do and communicate as human beings, you would find you'd have a way more rewarding outcome. Because I'm telling you, as a man, spending the money on you is not our issue at all. If you taking care of a guy, this nigga gonna come in and take care of you, your kids, and everybody else in there.
I love the message that you just gave to the women.
It's true.
And the message to the men, same here.
Sure.
If you come into this space, letting a woman feel safe, letting a woman feel like you're not trying to use her in a particular way, and you're like sincerely there to wanting to create something more than it just being sex.
Got you. Okay.
And you're showing that to this woman. That can change the dynamics in multiple ways, and you could receive as well
something more rewarding.
Something beautiful. When a woman feels safe,
she'll open up.
When she feels safe, and it's not just about a transaction, the sky's the limit. Like, she's willing to give the man and show the man.
Right. You're going to say that you got to teach the guys how to look for the things that dictate whether a woman is an open up, because just because he's doing all the right things, he can still not be getting anywhere with this person. But what I'm saying with that is learning how to look. For example, with it being said about the tricking and stuff, to head start on that. Guys, stop tricking, bro. Let me be real with you. That's not gonna get you no love. It's not gonna get you no respect from that woman.
No, it's not.
You really like not even the flavor of the month. You the flavor of the minute, because there's always gonna be somebody with more resources than you. So you ain't really gonna have no sense of loyalty for real. And to me, the defining aspect of tricking is doing things or like trying to purchase and convince a woman to like you.
Or persuade her.
You can't persuade attraction. You can't convince attraction.
Yeah, if you don't got it, you don't got it.
That's all it is. So just because you got a Birkin bag on the first meetup, she probably gonna smile and like you. You know what I'm saying? But she not gonna be about you. So stop leading with your wallet. And for the fellas, stop being afraid to do stuff for women. Okay, do stuff for the women that's about you. When she shows you through her actions, right, that she's about you, don't be afraid to take her out to eat to a nice place. Don't be afraid to do small things like get a flower and things. As guys, I don't think we speak about this. We got PTSD when it comes to that stuff because we don't want to be used, you know, financially. So a lot of guys don't do stuff for girls, but what the defining thing is, do for a woman that's about you and she gonna show you with her actions. For example, right, one of the biggest, my biggest pet peeve is a woman who texts me one time a day talking about she was busy. But you don't tell me, hey, you know, I'm gonna be at work today, I'm gonna text you when I get off. Like that, first of all, you're gonna get communication. For her actions, she's gonna make herself available to you. She's gonna make sacrifices for you in very small ways. So we gotta stop, you know, being so, I don't know, hesitant on not doing. Just stop doing for the woman that don't like you. In the beginning, first meetup, genuinely try to get to know that person. And then what you had said earlier about us being kind of like, you know, on different pages as far as what did you say?
So my thing was I'm not with the just blaming the women.
No, it's not blaming.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm giving light and perspective onto how a woman, right, her attitude may change because of guys not knowing or having a sense of self-respect and leading with their wallets.
Right.
If I'm benefiting off your mistakes and your insecurities, I'm probably not gonna say anything if that's gonna put 20 racks in my account.
But look, but that would fall in the bracket of just manipulating the situation.
I was just about to say.
I understand. We could put
still not manipulation.
We can put our moral compass on it, but it is what it is. That's why I've said, when you as a man and you simp, right? And again, my definition of simping is trying to persuade somebody to like you and buy a person's time and attraction. When you do those things will follow with a certain effect of a person using you, all right? Both parties are manipulating at the end of the day, right? This person, the guy's manipulating, trying to get this girl to like him and trying to get some pussy. The girl's manipulating, trying to make that guy think that he may get some pussy if he does enough for her financially, you know? So it goes both ways. Those types of people both use each other. But when you move with authenticity as a guy, like I said, if you give a guy a real chance, I know it's scary for men and women. Vulnerability is scary, especially in today's age.
Vulnerability is
terrifying.
I really want to, like, what you just said is huge.
Yeah.
Because we are all in a space right now, in order for us to grow or to reach that level, that we literally have to start trusting in one another.
Okay.
You got to be aware of it too. You got to be aware of it.
So what I want to say to add to our approach when it comes to socializing in the dating world, meeting people of the opposite sex, try not to make things too technical, because try not to lower the standards, because you know, by placing these standards so unrealistically high, it already it shoots the ability for you guys to have a healthy, organic kind of chemistry in the foot, because now the person's like, well, damn, I didn't know you was this, and this. It makes it very uncomfortable. Whereas welcoming the person and just genuinely allowing them to be themselves in displaying for you who they really are, it's gonna allow for trust to start developing naturally, because now the person feel like, I feel comfortable but just being in your presence. I've heard this up to today, and just in conversation I've heard somebody say, I don't know, I just feel like I could talk to you. That's because you gave the person a subtle welcome that says, you know what, I'm not here to judge you. How you doing? What's on your mind? You know what I mean? You would find how much more beauty you would get to experience when you just allow them to introduce themselves to you.
Absolutely.
I think what happens is what's crippling our ability to be social is the fact that we're not giving each other the chance. Right off the muscle, what you want and what you got.
Everybody's guilty until proven innocent from the get-go.
And also, I wanted to say something else that Ken said that I really don't want to push the narrative in the air about is the fact that, in my experience, we all not manipulating each other. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta disagree, because I don't walk into a relationship to see what I could get. I really want to know you. I mean, I'm blaming it on the time that I was born.
No, but that's how you should move. But again, I was just saying, for that group, I said that group.
A group of people.
Yes, okay. I said that group that view things. The easiest, the best part about being a genuine person is that, of course, people feel it, but also when people fall short of meeting that and reciprocating that back to you, aka having standards, it makes it easier for you to cut them off and not have to go through more bullshit so that it takes away from you. Because we're human and we're emotional creatures, and there's only so much we can take before we need to take a step back and recharge. So before it gets to that point, have a standard. Okay, person A is genuine, person B is not genuine. You gave them a fair chance. You communicated with them. They still didn't change, so you remove them from your life, and you give another person a chance.
I think the conversation up front now, it would be huge. And what I mean by that is like identifying it, talk about it, say at the first date, whatever it may be, I know that I'm supposed to come into this space buying everything. You know what I mean? Paying for this dinner, which I have no problem with doing. You know what I mean? And the woman saying, you know, I'm not here because of your money.
Okay.
Like, why are we in this space right now?
Okay.
Like, healthy conversations, honest conversations will allow people to allow their guards to be down.
Yeah.
And step into these spaces vulnerable, which is what we all need to do right now.
Got you.
So I think open conversation is very important, because what's not being said is what's ruling everything right now.
True. I want to say something, right? Just to give you guys some game. And there's a thing about...
Give me game.
For sure. And I'm here to do that. Now, there's a thing about experience that gives you... You know when you're... And people that have been through life and experienced several different types of seasons and have had growth in different areas, there's a point you come in your life when God gives you the qualification notification inside. You have the ability to teach, right? So here's the thing. This is for the ladies, right? And I'm going to just give you this game because I'm a man. I know how we operate as men, right? In our mind, we've been positioned by nature to provide, right? Always remember that. You do not have to let us know about your expenses and your bills and what you need. We know what's going on, believe it or not. The guy that's actually in, that has some assets about himself and possesses a certain level of financial stability, he's also aware of what's going on. And the reason why I could say that is because it takes a certain type of discipline for a man to get from not having to being established. It's a level of growth that needs to take place in order for him to get there, right? With that being said, once the average man, especially a man that I want to say high level, once again, I gotta, put a title on it, because there's men, according to the women, that are not fitting of this title, right? So I'm only talking to a select few. We already know what's going on. if we're approaching you, we want to give you the world. That's just the genuine truth. I don't know how the other men think, but in my approach, if I'm meeting a female that I'm really trying to have by my side and I'm trying to make her something special, I already got it in my mind. I want to give this woman the world. So you do not have to mention nothing about your financial struggle at all. Because to me, realistically speaking, for you to accept a date invitation, you should already have some sort of financial backing of your own, because finances give you a level of confidence, male or female. If you know you got that bread in your pocket, you know you could go out and you're ready to have a good time. And it's not saying you gotta be the richest female or male, but you need to have some sort of financial stability to be able to date. It's just what it is, right? And once you accept that, it sets a platform where you and the other person now could genuinely get to experience each other. Why? Because nobody's really struggling.
I don't lose that thought.
Okay.
But I just want to just jump in really quick.
Sure.
So you're saying to a woman, if she's not financially in a space, then she shouldn't date?
No. Okay, what I'm saying is there's a certain amount of, and I hate to say finances, but and even as tough as our world is today, you should be able, as an individual, male or female, be able to, in my opinion, right? It's just my opinion, be able to afford a date, a dinner date. You should at least have, and I'm just saying for yourself.
Right.
You come to, let's say, you going on a date. You could have made $200 look like $500 if you know what you're doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. You do not need a high budget 5-star restaurant to enjoy a beautiful moment. Right. The beautiful moment is priceless when two people sit at a table. I promise you, I know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Now, if you're a type of female that put an amount on it, then you've already shot yourself in the foot there.
Agree.
Because there's not a number on a great night. If we look at Jason's lyrics, these two was regular working people. Yeah. You look at Notebook, they started in the country, in a little space. It does not require this big budget that we think today, right? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if the woman's safety was to be predicated on how the guy makes her feel, or someone, and this is a miscommunication we have, because to us, we're thinking a woman's safety is that he needs to have some sort of finances to cover her and whatever she has going on. That's our interpretation somewhat of her projection of security, right? It's a misunderstanding because I know it has different meanings, but it just seemed like that's what is being predicated and that's what is the norm being displayed, right? Now, I'm just saying, if you were to remove that mindset in meeting the person, because it puts up a wall that, and it's okay for us to have a wall, but it's not okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we all then probably had some bad experiences with the opposite sex. But for you to come out and meet an entirely new person, and without giving them the chance to introduce themselves to you, put them in a bracket of possibly being like the last person you met, is so unfair. It makes no sense to do that.
Stay away and heal, like you gotta.
Yes, you should remove yourself because you're gonna contaminate the rest of the society. And now we have a whole community of people talking about, well, damn, if you selling the pussy, I'm really to buy the pussy.
Hurt people. So if you out there and you ain't really done the work to heal yourself and take a step back to reset and figure out what exactly happened and how you can avoid that moving forward without a toxic perspective, you're going to do the same thing to the next person.
And to be honest with you, if you right off the muscle thinking like, because of what I experienced, everybody is like that, you're pretty much part of the problem.
Absolutely. That's for men and women.
Both sexes.
Very true. You're part of the problem because you're not being optimistic. You're not welcoming a new experience. You're not giving the other person a fair chance. You're shooting yourself in the foot. And the thing about it is, being transactional comes with a plethora of other issues. Because while we're talking about this, I'm going to always continue to say this. if it's now transactional, we're not talking about the pussy you're trying to buy and the security you're trying to get possibly coming with STDs. You don't know what these people got. You're buying into all that. So what you're saying, you're overlooking the dangers just for the sake of this is my standards.
Right. Talk about healthy transactional.
Healthy? Okay.
What does healthy transactional look like to you?
Okay, so in my opinion, this is why we cannot trump an organic chemistry between two people, right? There's a few things that a person is going to display in the introduction phase of two people meeting each other that's gonna let you know where they stand health-wise and everything. If y'all feel like I'm lying, try it. I'm telling you.
It's facts.
Conversation rule the nation. You get to start to talk about where they from, what they've been experiencing, how many relationships. All these things become a natural, a flow in conversation. Before you know it, they're going to spill out some things that you're going to be able to put together in your mind. Oh, and you are intelligent enough to determine, okay, so if you had this experience, we don't want to judge, but you want to judge because you have to. You got to make a judgment. Why? Because you're picking this person as a partner, so it's going to require a certain level of judgment. But the type of judging you do is what is important here. You know what I'm saying? So you want somebody that is healthy. You just talk to them. All you gotta do is talk to them. It could be a conversation on stuff they like to eat. That's going to tell you slowly some of the things they have a habit of doing, right? Now, I'm just telling you, it's all part of paying attention, right?
And if your language as a man is starting off telling a woman all the things that you have, you're setting yourself up for failure. Badly. Because you're setting yourself up now for her to be like, oh. I find it disgusting, actually.
True.
I'm always turned off when the guy starts telling me all the things that he has.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, Ken? Is that an agreement, or are you?
Just because to me it's like you already know what type of woman he deals with, because he wouldn't try it if it didn't work. Don't forget that.
Yeah, and then I have to remind them I'm not that.
There you go.
Yeah, and even generally speaking, you shouldn't put yourself out there right off the muscle by how much your pockets weigh because. That's not gonna get you the real experience.
Setting yourself up,
you know
right?
What I mean?
You set yourself up for a horrible outcome. Now, if she is that,
it's gonna come.
She's thinking, you're inviting me to be just that bitch. You know what I mean? And if she's not, then that's disgusting.
I think that with that being said, guys have to be genuine. Be forthcoming.
Women too.
Be communicative. The same thing with women. And when you show, like I said before, if you do these things, it becomes easier to. You kind of like put a person on the spotlight on stage and center stage. Once you show a healthy way of dating, a healthy way of communicating, a healthy way of being mature, now that person has a spotlight on them. And like Hash said, you don't want to judge. But you do want to be vigilant. So when I say don't judge, it's like, for example, let's say that person said, with my ex before I met you, I cheated on him. Okay, so obviously you don't want to be like, oh, so you a cheater. Oh man, you whack as hell. No, you don't want to say nothing like that, but you want to be like, you cheated. What made you do that? Right. What was going on? And now, where are you in your life now, right? So that's being non-judgmental. That's really giving a person a chance because as people, we can grow.
Good example,
right?
That's a good example, yeah.
But at the end of the day, you do want to be vigilant of, right, you're not waiting for the other person to do it first. You're doing it, right? And then if they're meeting you there, they're reciprocating, you're on your way to kind of getting something very healthy and very fulfilling in my opinion.
I mean, I can't stop stressing that healthy is communicating.
It is.
Right? The more, I'm in this space right now to where I am I'm blessed to have people around me that are trying to heal, who are trying to become better. Green Attire, shout out to you. And literally, that's most important right now. And I'm finding out when you start asking yourself questions and figuring out healthy ways to interact with the other person, it's a transactional phase, and it can become the most beautiful thing ever when we figure it out.
So transaction, what we're saying, guys, is transaction is okay, but it has to be healthy transaction.
No, I mean, yeah, transaction. Like, treat a girl on a date. I mean, like, do things that obviously are giving, but make sure that that's reciprocated. Make sure that you're not leading with material possessions. And I don't give a fuck if you got it as much as Bill Gates. Like, stop, because that person's just gonna want to use you. And if you're a woman too, if you just leading with the transaction of your body and just making that the forefront of your presentation towards a man, then I mean, like, you can't be surprised when men just try to sleep with you all the time, and that's all they want to do. Yeah. It's like, it's vice versa. So I really do genuinely believe that love exists today. It's just it's hard to come by. It's hard to come by.
I love where we're going with this. Love does exist.
It's very, just be, like I said, be prepared to be disappointed 20 times in a row. Maybe 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, it might have been you can talk to 6 people and maybe 3 out of the 6 may be, potential life partners.
Right.
Now that number has gone up significantly.
It has, but we're getting there. We are starting to have these healthy kind of conversations with one another, and I think this is big.
And I like it because it allows us to be optimistic and be more open to giving somebody a chance, right? Yeah. Now, I wanted to share with the viewers real quick what inspired this conversation, right? It's crazy because this is how much juice we got for y'all. We could get into this thing and get real intense. We're on fire with conversation, right? But I love my circle for that. This is what we're here for. And we want to draw other like-minded people to kind of create a community. Because the same way, if we don't create a community, people, another community is being created.
It's already being created. It's trying to take over.
You feel me? So we got to get into the habit of creating a community, right? But I'm going to tell you guys a story that inspired this topic today, right? So me and my boy Ken, we went out not too long ago. We decided to go to a hole-in-the-wall spot just to get some drinks and maybe some food or whatever and chill, right? The spot they had live karaoke going on. They had pool tables. So it was that type of spot, right? And it's a chill spot. It's not necessarily a spot we going out looking for. You're not looking for a wife or a husband. You're just going to be social and chill. Just kick it, right? So we got us a table. We chilling. We already had us a drink, our first drink, as a matter of fact. And, Ken saw a female that he supposedly knew or he was trying to holler at and called the female to the table, right? Now, she came to the table, and the thing is, this was mind-blowing to me. She came to the table, they started talking. Out of the blue, they already got into the conversation, you know what I mean? He's basically trying to catch up with her to see what she, who she was, where she's trying to go, whether that be for the night or tomorrow. It was just a spark of conversation. Now, anyway, her friend popped out of the blue. I'm talking about she looked a mess. And I'm not going to, I'm not trying to bring her down, but she wasn't in a position to intervene in the conversation the way she did. And I'm going to explain why. They're having a conversation. I'm sitting on the side watching. They probably was at maybe 3 minutes into the conversation. Not even 5. This chick, she popped out of nowhere. And I promise Erica making me laugh. But look, this chick popped out of nowhere, and her first interjection to getting in the conversation was, what do you do? When I tell you, I was, like my boy said, that jammed my Glock. Shout out to Wag. Yeah, move that.
I had to see you.
Yeah, I wish I was sitting in his position looking at the whole situation third person. I'm talking to old girl. We just talking, like we just having a normal conversation. Yeah. All of a sudden, this screeching ghetto-ass voice comes from the background right behind her. And it's like, hold up, you trying to talk to my friend? We were speaking to each other. Yeah, well, in order to continue talking to her, you need to go through me because I'm the friend. Yeah. Excuse me? Like, this is a whole grown adult, but I mean... Yeah. The next thing that came out of her mouth was, what do you do? And what do you do? Not, what's your name? Introduce yourself. Well, hello, my name is I'm her friend. You know,
there was
nice
no
to meet
introduction.
You. I'm like her big sister. I'm just watching out for her.
Yeah, that would be more
no
polite.
femininity whatsoever.
None of that.
None.
And the thing was, it threw me for a loop because I haven't been outside in a minute, right? And I'm wanting to be optimistic.
Welcome to the war zone, baby.
Like they say, I'm really green because I'm not gonna lie, I did not think that this was the mentality until I saw it in first person.
Not the first person.
I'm sitting there like, first of all, why you look like this? And why are you opening your mouth saying anything of the sort? I'm talking about at best, she could have been the manager for Target. Like, why would you just, at best?
Stop.
My thing is, and not to say it matters what you do, it's your personality. You could have been the manager at McDonald's and have an amazing experience. You know,
but
because
that was not the case.
You know what? That whole situation was so distasteful.
Oh my God.
Her friend didn't even say anything. Like she didn't say, "Oh no," that was really bad on her. But which makes me let us know that she's probably like-minded, like her friend. Right. But we didn't even get to finish catching up. I just said, you know what? Just have a good night. Like
I think she said she's the one who interrupts. She said, you know what? Let's go. She actually said, let's go.
I told him to go.
Oh, you told him to go. Okay.
She said, let's go after she saw I was doing the conversation.
But let me say this, guys. Okay. As women, like, this is something that is put into us.
Okay.
As even as family or even as friends. And I know you hate that.
I hate
because
look,
if you go out with your cousin, you keep an eye on her. You watch out.
Okay, but
like no, I got your back.
You know I'm passionate about this shit.
You are passionate about it. But I'm not defending that behavior at all because that was very distasteful.
I mean, if you're a woman and you talking to a guy, they call it in today's time.
I don't hang out with women that do shit like that.
In today's time, they call it the fridge protecting the snacks. The chick built like a fridge and she protecting the snacks. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it today. The fridge protecting the. Every time you come in with the game, you smooth or you just feeling the girl and she pretty and she open to you. Right? Why you letting your friend speak for you? You know what I'm saying? Why she need you? If you're not interested, just say you're not interested. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just do that.
There's a lot behind that. Like, I know, but I get what you guys saying, but there's a lot behind that as well.
But in that situation, we talking about the attitude of the girl, right? How distasteful and ghetto and classless that shit was, and she was built like a bag of dirty laundry.
Now I'm not gonna lie.
Wearing a muumuu, was she wearing a muumuu or something?
Right, well, yeah. Okay, so look, here's the thing, right?
I'm so disrespectful.
If I'm being honest, right? Let's be honest, right? It's not even about as much of how she looked as about what she said, right?
But the way she looked added to how she acted, it just made it worse.
Let's talk about what she said.
Right. Let me just get to give some optimism to the situation, right? So
optimism.
I would take if I'm dating, I'm not really that picky. You could have a little weight on you, and I'll give you a personality pass. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yeah, because. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get there.
Okay.
No, I'm not hating. I'm trying to get there.
No,
but I find that to be the most beautiful thing is when you can look beyond.
Yeah. Because I mean,
that's where you're gonna find love.
Of course, because at the end of the day, we talking about the numbers here, guys. The numbers. Wait. Let's be.
Girl, if I had Kenny here right now,
I'm in the gym 3 hours a day. I'll be damned if I mean, look, I'm not gonna shame people, right? But I can't be with somebody that looks like they be going to McDonald's every day. I can't.
But we don't want to go there. We do not want to go there. Don't go there, bro.
It's just standard.
All right, so here's the thing. I'm gonna set this shit in perspective, right?
There's women that say, I'm not gonna date a guy that's shorter than me. Meanwhile, he could be an amazing.
And look, check this out. Good luck with finding a good guy with that type of resume, because the dude who coming with the 6-pack and money, he's gonna put his ball sack right here on your forehead. He gonna be no disrespectful.
You know what the tall girls say?
Wait, what you say, Erica? Talk to me. Erica being the man right now.
We're gonna go ahead.
Let Erica say what you said.
I said, who is to say they don't? I was being silly.
But this is the thing. This is what tall girls be saying, right? They be like, "Oh, it's hard to find a man as a tall girl because men don't want to date you." I don't want to hear that shit. This is the truth.
No, we had this conversation before, and you said you got it.
No, I get what that. You know what I get?
Because let me pull him in a little bit. Because sometimes
say.
us as a woman, me as a tall woman. And dating a man that's shorter than me, it makes me feel less feminine.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's my point that I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
And there's a large community of tall guys that you could.
But see, the tall men don't want tall women. What? A lot of the tall men don't want.
I disagree.
So when tall women say it's hard to find a man, men don't want to date tall women. That's not what that means. What they really saying is. It's hard to find tall men that are taller than me.
Are you saying you know what women are saying?
I'm literally telling you what they're showing with their. I'm literally telling you what they're showing with their actions. I don't care about what they say.
Encounter. Okay.
Yeah, they're right.
I love tall women. I only date tall women, and I'm literally telling you based off. I've been rejected. I'm 5'11". I've been rejected by women that are 6'2", 6'3". Tallest woman I dated was 6'4". You know what I'm saying? That's tall. Yeah. That wasn't a problem for me. I didn't feel insecure. And there's a lot of men that don't feel insecure. Are there men that feel insecure? Yeah, they are. I'm not saying no.
Oh my God.
But what I'm saying is, if you talk about women and their preferences, it'd be different if you reworded it by saying, I want to date taller men than me. But a lot of times finding taller men is hard already because being tall is...
So it's the how they're saying it?
No. Hold on. Finding taller men is hard already because only a certain percentage of the population is above 6'3", right? True. So you got to find you a man that's in that percentage. And now you got to see if that man likes a woman that's taller than him, right?
I hear
so you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm going back to wording things and really being realistic about what you're saying as far as like your preferences are concerned. Like you trying to look past physical stuff, but at the end of the day, I hate to talk like, I know I really don't hate to talk like this. One of my bullshit. You could change your type, but you got to change your type in your person first. Because if you just try to date something new, then that's not really going to get your coochie wet.
Well, before we go off the subject, right? So the thing is, and this is what I was saying earlier, it's okay to have a preference, but you want to tone it down if you're trying to be open to having a good experience. Because we could get real technical with the preferences, to be honest. We're not trying to go there. It's okay for us. I do have a preference. But would I take a stiff 6? I'd take a stiff 6 right now.
What's a stiff 6?
No booty.
Let me explain.
Would you date a girl with no booty?
No, let me explain.
Because I know what you like.
No, let me explain.
If you said that,
I'm
gonna get it because I'm gonna get it. You talk about settling, right? Okay. Would you date a girl with no booty whatsoever?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
She could have half a booty.
No, you're not listening to what I said.
She does not have
no booty, bro.
No, I'm not. You see, you want to play devil's advocate and go off subject, right?
I'm asking you a question.
Right, but okay. No. This man is, but he's really good at this, y'all. I'm telling you, this brother is good at this.
That's what I'm saying. We know. Things out.
He knows me, right?
He needs some wagon, bro. I know this guy.
So I'm gonna keep it G since he came out there. Yes, I like a woman with assets. I do. I'm gonna keep it more real with you. I'm a breast man and a butt man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like a woman with kins and assets, right? But to say she needs to have an onion back then, no, she doesn't. She could have had, you know what I'm saying?
So if she built like Taylor Swift, would you do
it? You never know.
It's true. That's true.
I'm thinking for you. And the only reason I'm thinking for you is because I can say, even in my last relationship, like, in the beginning, like, we had meetings where he was there, and I never really noticed this man until we had a conversation. And then when we had a conversation, all of a sudden, I was like, damn. Like, I literally almost fell in love that same night just by conversation alone, and became the most attractive man that I've ever met. So...
Key to what she just said, y'all, this is where I'm at. And it depends, like Kenneth, Ken is a young man, right?
I'm childish, yeah.
But he's in a place where
very young man.
his testosterone is through the roof. He's in the dating world. He's going for the gusto. This nigga has no chill about what he's trying to achieve, right? So his experience is going to be different from mine. I'm a little older, so I had a little bit more experience, and I would say, like Erica said, a conversation would turn me on. I hate this. It would turn me up.
I'm at his face now. A conversation is
what?
Okay.
If me and her sit and have a conversation, and I'm able to look into her eyes, absent this piece of trash, and we able to talk and get to know her,
conversation.
Man, let me tell you, that's the foreplay before the foreplay.
Yes.
It gets real intense with that too.
The chick that
another
had
type of
that
intense.
dumbass attitude with us at the bar. If she had the personality, would you have given her the time?
What?
Yeah.
Tommy,
What? I'm telling you, a stiff 6. You hear what I'm saying? I'm gonna give a damn. Like, for real. I'm telling y'all right now, I am not going for a Beyonce relationship. No, I'm not.
No, and you shouldn't.
No, I'm not.
And honestly, we all
you
stuck in this space of how we feel
trying to
like
find the physically
this is
perfect.
what this. Yeah, if we want to
Yeah, you shouldn't do
be
that.
man, happiness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I like to look on a woman and just be like, intrigued by her physical appearance.
But I'm telling you, like even this guy,
Mm-hmm.
I was not attracted to him physically. But after that conversation, he became the most
finest dude
man that I have ever seen.
So let me ask you, do you think that is the perspective of a lot of women or no?
I do. I can't speak for
Erica,
all women. No, let me be honest.
You said a lot of women.
I can't say this
Mm-hmm.
as human beings, period.
Mm-hmm.
If something is tapped inside of you and you start to feel a certain way, from my experience, it changes everything.
I'll say this, in my experience with women, I think that they're very different.
Have you ever been attracted to a woman who physically you weren't attracted to in the very beginning?
No. But I'm not a great example. But what I was gonna say, was the following.
Okay.
Women and men operate on a very different spectrum.
Okay.
First of all, when it comes to initial attraction, I'm not saying that women don't need to be visually attracted to that man they look. Because I've seen women be around men that even I, as a man, say that man's exceptionally attractive. And that man don't have to say anything. He could just look in their direction and they're going to be like, what'd you say? Oh, okay, I'm already there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really happen as much. What I have seen is that when it comes with women, looks aren't enough. There needs to be other check marks.
There you go again, speaking for women. I don't like that.
I'm not speaking for women.
You do that a lot.
But what did I say in the beginning? You're being triggered right now.
I am.
And you're not listening.
I'm trying to listen.
You're letting your emotions get to you.
Facts,
And I'm going to have to rewind again.
Well, do it.
In my
Rewind and make it make
Hold on,
sense.
it's a lot of testosterone. Let him do everything.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to say what I said again, and you can replay it again.
I will.
In my experiences with women and in dating and what I have seen,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I have seen that when it comes to men and when it comes to women, we're on a different spectrum when it comes to the initial attraction. With women, and again, what I've seen in my experience with putting myself out there and talking to women romantically and in a platonic level, women aren't necessarily turned on solely looks alone. If that were the case, women would have sex indiscriminately like a lot of men can, but that's not the case.
Oh, and I forgot to let you know, real quick,
you're right.
this nigga is a love guru. Go ahead. I had to give his connoisseur.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that a lot of women need more check boxes. Like, okay, he fine, but does he have stability? Does he have money? Can he make me feel safe and secure? All emotionally, all these different things. I'm not saying men don't have that.
Okay.
Because I have a friend right now who doesn't believe in a one-night stand. He would never do that. if he would want to have a girlfriend and get
she said,
shout out to your
right. That's right. But most guys, if the chick got a fat ass and the face car pushing good enough, he gonna be like, man, I don't need to go out with you and talk to you for a whole week.
Is that? No, I'm asking. That wasn't. I was me asking a question. Was that just to fuck, or is that just?
I think that's for all of the above. I mean, of course, I don't know you, so I can't be like, I'm going to be your life partner. But for a lot of guys, that tends to be like an opening. Like, it don't really matter. Like, a lot of guys are visual. And our visual gets us in trouble because there's no discipline in that aspect. You know what I'm saying?
So, and not mean to cut you guys off, but we want to change that narrative, people. Because this whole... Yes, we're visual, but that's not what determines a good relationship. We're going to drop the weight on that a bit because I think that's perceived. We get it. As people, we understand each other. It's an attribute that we was born with naturally as men, but that should not be the end-all, be-all that makes you determine whether or not.
Guys, you got to be careful with that. Like, you got to be able to like understand that this girl is attractive, but you also got to put her in this period of like this probationary zone where you genuinely get to know her, get to know her mind, get to know her heart, get to know what her spirit's at, what her values are. Because a lot of times we chase booty, but we know it's not going to do nothing good for us. This person don't fit us and what we need for our needs and like growing long term. But we're so enamored by the physical and the lust that we get brought down and chopped away a little bit by little until now we hating on the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be able to put ourselves in the spot where we're sexually disciplined. We see that she's attractive, but let me see if she is a great person. Or as a woman, this guy may have a lot of money and he may be fine and he may be 6'6" and all of that, but is he about me? Will he give me a safe space, right? Is he a good listener? Is there substance to his personality? If once he busts his nut, how does he treat me? You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at all of these things.
So I want to put that in perspective as well because that differs from age and experience. Because if you're young, of course you're looking at the physical.
Oh, you ain't even thinking about the personality too much. You know?
No. But when you become of an age and you are a little bit more experienced, I'm 100% with what Erica just said. I could sit and have a conversation and be blown away at the end of that conversation that would already put us in a level of intimacy absent the touch. So when we actually do touch each other, it's going to be explosive.
Absolutely.
I know about that. So go ahead.
No, I'm just saying pound on that.
For sure,
because
because it's true. I mean, a good conversation, I'm talking about, would have you so warm right here. You would be ready to explode when you get up. I'm trying to tell you.
Physical even takes place.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I would like to call a grown, more mature way of communicating.
A lot of those stuff I could find a big ass in most places that I go to, but a person that can really stimulate you intellectually in all aspects of life, and not just stimulate you, but you can also gain little nuggets of game and wisdom from. That's very hard to find. It's very, very.
It's about being vulnerable.
It's being
That's
vulnerable.
That's the thing. Like we have to stop.
Be comfortable with
being in our heads about trying to portray and be this bitch or this nigga that we think this person wants to see. When overall they just really just want to be able to be themselves. They want to say what's on their mind. They want to talk and they want to just chill.
It all goes back to if I grew up playing sports. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be sports, whether it be you applying to a job. If you're too afraid of feeling the rejection or the loss of a game, then you never put yourself out there, which means that you never win. But if you put yourself out there and open yourself up to being hurt, open yourself up to being rejected in that job interview or, et cetera, whatever thing you want to accomplish, then at least you have a 50-50 chance of winning already, just by showing up. So what I'm saying is, in relationships and dealing with people, human beings are irrational and emotional. Rationality is a skill that you sharpen over time, right? emotional discipline, you have to sharpen that over time. So when you deal with people, you're taking a risk, right? That doesn't mean that in dealing with people that because you had a bad experience or they didn't show up the way that you wanted to, that you should let that define how you move for the rest of your life, what that becomes of you as a person. It just speaks on their level and where they're at. And you should have compassion, right? When you have compassion over somebody that, maybe wasn't able to meet your standard, you soften up a little bit. You were like, well, you know what? They're not meant for me, but I hope that they find growth and healing in their life. And now you have that love in your heart. And now when you run into the next person, you're gonna radiate a different type of energy. It's gonna pull and attract the right people towards your life, in my opinion. You just gotta have wisdom.
And before that layout, I think what resonated with me is that you have to be comfortable with yourself at first. You have to be you have to be in a place where your confidence is situated before you even approach. Because I think a lot of us are flawed, and we're showing our flawed attributes on day one. Like, all right, you already got perspective jacked up. You haven't even got to know the meaning of my name. These are like conversation starters. What's your name mean? Where'd you get that from? There's a whole section of conversation that needs to be had just off of that. That's just one thing, right, guys? But what I want to say is, yes, you do need finances. You need to be financially stable somewhat to actually have the experience or be able to welcome a healthy relationship, right? But the core of how that relationship is built is still going to come down to communication. It's still going to come down to you and the other person giving each other or creating a space where you both can be yourself and allow getting to know each other to happen organically.
Creating the space.
I'm sorry.
My God, the safe space.
Yes.
The safe space is so important.
It's
because
key.
It allows me to be able to be me.
Yourself.
It allows me to be able to tell you my truth and not feel like you're going to judge me. And in that space, I can also give you that. You don't have to feel like you're going to be judged. And then what's the most beautiful thing is two people sitting in a space where they can just be themselves authentically.
I'm trying to tell you. Right there, you guys are going to elope. It's going to be the most amazing experience. Now, say what you will. Try it and let us know how it worked out for you. A lot of people like to, and I this. Y'all trying to be technical. Cool. Let me know how that worked out for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, for a normal, natural, healthy human experience, you guys have to give each other the opportunity to introduce yourself to your partner.
Yeah.
You have to.
You have to.
The finances and all of that stuff, I guarantee you. But ladies, if you're looking at being secure, I guarantee you, I'm willing to put some money on it. I don't even bet. I'm not advocating for betting. I'm not a bettor. I work too hard for my money, so stop, right? But I guarantee you, if you're dealing with a solid guy who has his stuff together, you know what he wants, he has some experience under his belt, I guarantee you just got to be transparent with him and lose the whole, this trajectory about what he has in his pockets. Just give him genuine you. I guarantee you that nigga's going to try to give you the world. I guarantee you.
I forgot to say this on that. The women that are always like demanding shit, demanding a bag, demanding dinners and this princess treatment and stuff, they're not getting it because they're not great women. They're not the women that a man would naturally want to give to. The women that are sweet, that are feminine, right? That are authentic, that are vulnerable, they don't have to ask these things from their men. Why? Because they show great qualities. I mean, they're displaying those great qualities, and don't sit here and tell me that I did it with this guy and he didn't show. Okay, so you're dealing with the wrong guy. Just move on. There's a lot of great men that will do what Hash is saying, that once you show them, right, you project that safe space to them, that you show them that you're about them, they're going to want to take care of you. It's only natural.
It's natural to do that. And if I could give a little small extra nugget, don't talk about anything you had in the past. Unless you could sense that it's a welcome for that. Because
what do you mean by that?
All right.
Talk about anything you have in the
Right.
past.
All right. What I'm saying is, there's some women that are actually okay with you talking about your past. Why? Because in some way, she is allowing you to kind of get that off your chest,
You're talking about the man, okay?
Yeah, the man, but the woman as well. What I mean by that is, it's kind of been, to my understanding, that women typically don't like to hear about your ex. Am I right, Erica?
You're right.
In meeting, if we just met, and I'm trying to get you.
Well, if we just met and there's no
we
emotions.
Just met. Why are you talking about another?
No, but this part, like if we just met and I don't have any type of emotional investment in you, I would love to know what about your ex.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I want to know what happened, what triggered you, what were the flaws, what were the that gives me an insight of you and what you've experienced. So
that's an amazing point. She just said that.
You know what I look for if a girl talk about her ex and friend? Like if she talk bad about him. Like if she just talks about him in a very
negative way,
like if you just talk about him, like maybe he did you bad, but you just talk about it, right, and don't like have any emotional attachment to it. That's a green flag to me. But
a green flag?
A green flag. Like there's no emotional attachment.
So do you mean talking negatively about him or
positive? You're just talking about it from like just an unbiased perspective. Like this is what happened and this is what I learned from it. But if you're talking bad about that person, and like there's anger there and emotion, that's a red flag.
I agree.
That's
So I want to fine tune that. You shouldn't have to look for that, because then you could eat unintentionally. You could place yourself in a place where she feels like, damn, you're judging me. All right. So what I'm saying is basically, if she has those type of attributes, it's going to come out in the conversation at one point or another. So you don't even have to put a microscope on it. And then soon they come across your conscience, it's going to be like, bing.
Red flag, like you said.
Yeah, you
right.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying you ain't got to put a scope on it.
When I say red flag, I mean, I get it. Sometimes women speak from a space of pain and frustration. They've been hurt before. I wouldn't say that all men should run from a woman who comes off and says, my ex, because I would never do that. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes the pain is real. You know what I mean? And they just want to just be able to express that.
That's good. That's good stuff, Erica. Because what you're saying is, it shouldn't always be a red flag.
It shouldn't. And then that comes what we've been talking about the whole time, is communicating. The man would be like, I appreciate you sharing that about your ex. But it's not necessarily something.
But it's a difference in her saying it hurt me and like sharing that pain and like reliving it versus
bashing.
Kind of, like bashing. There's a big difference, right? There should be, in my opinion.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly though, it's a certain type of tone an individual take when they talking about something that hurts you.
Like the last video you shared, tone is everything. But that doesn't necessarily should be something where you can be able to judge. No, I didn't say that's what you were saying. I promise you, I know that's not where you were going. But I'm just saying sometimes a person's tone is based off of where they from, who they are, deep in like their language. Like that nigga didn't do like he came, he did this, he did that. Like that's just her language.
Yeah, that's when you get up. I don't know.
Hey, she talking.
I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't be sitting in that space with someone that talk like that from the beginning, because that's not gonna be something that's gonna slide up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like,
and I ain't gonna lie, Erica getting deep into psychology here, y'all. It's crazy, but
I love psychology.
Yes, it's a beautiful thing, because what she's talking about, it's a certain type of intuition and understanding that God gave us as human beings to determine tone. Like I say, I was talking to Mel today, and I'm checking in on her to see if she's gonna be available.
Oh, Mel, we miss you, girl.
Yeah, shouts to Mel. Mel's working hard. She got a full schedule, but we'll see you in 2 weeks, hopefully.
Facts.
But I had, I was telling her, I say, pardon me, because I've been doing 165 lately, meaning I have a bunch of stuff going on, so it's just natural for me to check in. This is my way of checking off the boxes, right? Anyway, the end of that conversation, I was kind of basically saying, because she was saying, no, it's not a big deal if you check in. I was basically having to tell her, text message doesn't have any tone. It doesn't.
Ooh, don't get me started. That's a whole nother episode.
Yes.
I think we need to do that episode.
For sure, we're gonna do it just on text message or communication, right? Because it's true, guys. It's like you could get, pissed or bothered by a text when you don't even know the intent or the
read
emotion.
it in your own way.
Yeah, you're interpreting it your own way.
Right, it's 3 words. You done made it into.
Right.
I've even been a victim of that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm reading it this way in my head, and I'm reacting already. I'm ready to hit that block button already.
And no, I ain't gonna lie.
Are you quick with that block button?
I'm strict. I'm strict over here.
I ain't gonna lie.
Strict. Yeah.
I think it's like a class for communication with regards to text messaging, because I remember when I didn't even know that putting all caps mean that you had
Let me ask
that I'm mad at your ass.
Let me ask y'all if y'all think it's a red flag for, like, let's say you meet a man, Erica, actually meet a girl, and, like, let's say you set up a date on Sunday and it's Monday, right? They're available to text, but they don't want to get on the phone and talk. Is that a concern?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's childish to me. It's a maturity issue there, because we all know if I could talk to you in person and hear your voice, I'm just being honest. I could say this now because I've seen that before.
Yeah.
What's holding you back from dialing the number?
You doing all this?
Yeah, we doing all this, and now it's you should have been the one to call me first.
Well, what did they say? I just don't like talking on the phone.
Oh my God.
I think that could be a red flag for a long-term relationship.
Why you think?
Because what if you guys are in a space where you both have to work and you're not able to talk to each other for long? So that's gonna be the excuse that you're going with. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be what I would ask.
So like talking on the phone is like talking in person, communicating, using your words. Like that's weird to me.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like I don't like talking on the phone.
I've had women tell me.
No, I've heard that. It's not strange. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you don't like talking on the phone, you don't want a real relationship. Let's just be honest, because we're not living in a world that we can operate absent this.
This is true. Yeah.
So figure your stuff out before you approach.
And this is the thing. This is where it becomes. We don't keep coming back to the same word, communicating,
yes.
Because we don't know how to do it.
No, we don't.
And people run from it because it feels uncomfortable. And texting gives me the opportunity to sit and think about what I want to say. It allows me to be able to think about what you said. You know what I mean? And I can't fault people for that.
That's not real life, though.
Because it's not, but it's reality.
It's reality.
It's reality because it's a safe haven for me to be able to figure out what I want to say versus being on the phone with you and having to go back and forth. And now I'm facing.
But that should be like a small portion of how me and you are interacting.
It should be. I agree. Absolutely.
So it's like it's a means to an end because this is what we got at the moment for convenience purposes.
Right.
But there's misunderstanding, like we was talking about. Like, I have to do that so we can talk on the phone if we can't be in person.
I wish.
And if we don't want to talk on the phone, I mean, to me, it lets me know that you might be like very insecure or you're hiding something that you don't.
I would say insecure more than anything because I am that in certain spaces. I have been that in certain spaces with certain people. There are people that I feel so comfortable with. I want to pick up the phone and I want to talk because they've made me feel comfortable in that space. And then there's types of people where I'm just like, damn, I feel like I want to say the right thing. I don't feel as comfortable. I want to take the time to think about what I have to say. If I'm pushed in this space, maybe I won't say the right thing, and maybe they'll see me for who I really am. God forbid. God forbid. Maybe they may see that I'm not that person I'm trying to be, but yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Nowadays, I don't think like we have much excuse because if you don't like to be on the phone, now you got FaceTime though. You know, you can have, if you want to look somebody in the face, you know what I'm saying? Now everybody don't want you to hit them on FaceTime, but if you're in that type of relationship where you could FaceTime your lady, I think, or your guy, I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a lot that you're going to be able to determine in expression.
Whatever makes you feel closer to that person too, if you're not able to be there for each other physically. Like, I mean, FaceTime is great. You know, it lets you kind of try to live and display that person-to-person interaction, facial expression, voice tone, all of that.
Isn't that crazy? Like FaceTime is like literally allowing. It's like we oh my God. It's like we reached a whole nother level of being with the person who actually isn't even there.
Yep. One day we're going to be putting headsets on. They're going to be
They doing that already.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
They doing that shit already.
I believe that.
Oh my God.
I really don't think they could have came with virtual 3.0. I don't think it's going to fool with me and you sitting in front of each other.
Nothing will ever be that. But listen, they on top of that shit though. Like literally creating things where we can feel things now. They're like working on stuff like that, but that's all I'm talking about.
And I like my boy said, I'm a lover boy. I am. I'm very intense. I love the male to female interaction. I'm heavy on energy. Mm-hmm. So chemistry and shit like that, it'd be on fire. Like I'm the type of guy, if you see me in a relationship with a female, you gonna damn near see fire flames simmering off both of us. That's how hot shit get. You feel what I'm saying? Because I pay attention. If I'm into you, if I'm into her, I'm into her. Trust me. I could probably tell her where she had an extra fur on her body.
No,
like real talk.
I agree with that. I'm the same way, man. Yeah. Like, and for me, it's like if you supposedly into me and you don't want to be my shirt, that's a problem for me. To me, it means you're not really into me.
Wait. You said be your shirt? You mean like be all on you?
You just like literally, like you want to be all over.
But what if physical touch is not her thing?
Then she not for me.
I mean, but what if maybe verbally she wants to give
no.
She wants to show love in a whole different way.
We talk about communication, right?
That's a good. That's good topic. Both of y'all.
We talk about communication, right?
Good point. Yeah.
If I communicate to you, if I told you I love you in Mandarin 100 times with no context, would you understand? And you've never heard Mandarin in your life? Yeah. You would understand.
I mean, by your.
No,
you get where I'm going with that. Yes.
Stop.
It's the feeling.
You wouldn't with no context. With no context, I said. If there was no context and that person said I love you in a language that you don't understand, would you get it?
All right, look. Let me. Okay, good.
You wouldn't. But if I communicate to you and I show you what's the best way that you can show me how I like to be loved and how I understand love.
What if she doesn't like physical touch?
Sacrifice. Then that person's not for you. And number two, it's called sacrifice.
That means what am I sacrificing for her?
But we're not talking about that no. Why? See, this is where it stops being about the point, and it starts being about what about for me too. You're not listening to me anymore.
I'm listening.
We're getting a point, right? And the point is love language that you brought up. And if I communicate to you whether a man is sitting or a woman is communicating, that's not the point. The person is communicating what my love language is, and the best way that you can show me love.
And if she gives you that 50%.
No, but
you said all on me like a shirt. What if she says I can give you as much as I can?
But that's the point of sacrifice. If a person likes you enough, there's no mountain that's going to stand in the way between y'all, because whatever you have, you're valuable enough to her.
You're forgetting the give and take when you say that.
No, but we not talking. I mean, I understand that that's part of it.
No, a give and take is baby. I understand you don't want to be all up on me at night when we cuddle. But can you give me a little bit of it? Because you know that's what I like. And then she said, no matter how sweaty we are and I don't like being hot, I'm going to give you a little bit of that tonight.
It is a compromise. It's a compromise for me to be okay with receiving half of what I like.
But I'm going to put my foot on your leg.
I don't know. This is a straight program. I don't like that.
After I give you all that,
I don't like that.
And I'm gonna give you my foot to let you know I'm still connected. Yeah. I'm still there, but I'm hot.
I don't want it. I don't want it. It's a street program. I don't want it. I want what I want, and if I want what I want. And I'm not asking for too much. I'm really not. It's not like
but you're not giving.
No, I am giving.
You say give and take, but you're not. You're saying I want what I want. Bitch, give me all the 100%.
Yeah, and whatever you need, communicate.
But you said I can't lay on you all night.
I didn't say all night.
I can give you 50% of the night.
I didn't say all night.
I know what I'm saying. I'm just giving an example. What if she says you want me to lay on you all night?
Yeah.
But I can give you 50% of the night.
That's cool. Okay. But if you're dealing with a person that says, I don't hold hands, I don't like to be all over my person, why would I do that?
Yeah.
Right. So what I want to
no, am I wrong for that?
No, I got you. What I want to interject and give perspective on.
You're making me defend myself.
No.
No, you made it.
This is great conversation, so it's okay. The thing is, I do believe in order to have a successful long-term relationship, you gotta understand compromise like mother. I'm telling you right now. And I'm gonna give an example. Right, I was in a relationship with somebody who was not as big on intimacy.
Oh.
Yeah. And that too. Yeah.
I could too.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
I could never.
I would never.
Wait.
I'm not
Wait.
Listen, it's not about me giving head. I love head, but I'm just saying.
You love it being given to
you lay back and relax.
Okay,
I'm enjoying this shit. Like, thanks, but I'm getting off the subject.
She gonna get squeezed. You feel me? She gonna get squeezed and brought in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ken could be a little stiff, and I gotta respect his point, right? Now the thing is, my thing is, I've been in a situation where you have to compromise.
Walk it off.
And if you didn't compromise, boy, you could find yourself in the losing end of a relationship because of the unwillingness to compromise. So I'm like before Erica just gave me her blessing. I ain't gonna lie, I was in a relationship with somebody who might not have been that affectionate. They can't do this every day. Sometimes they need breaks. I didn't like it because I'm an everyday guy. As soon as you touch my feet, I'm ready to go. I'm one of those guys.
I'm like you.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. You touch me anywhere, and my body is on go. So don't touch me if you don't want to smoke. Real talk, because I hold you and squeeze you. It's not gonna be no letting go. But anyway, I had to compromise because my partner is not like that. Now, does it determine the love you have for him? By this time, I already loved her, so it's not like I'm gonna leave. Now I have to be like, okay, you don't like this way, okay, then I have to give you a break. So that's why I think he was referring to Erica with the give or take, right? And honestly, only when you experience only when you really set your mind towards a long-term relationship would you be willing to compromise, because it's gonna force that. If you love the person, you're gonna be like, you know what? Ooh, I hate this, but I love this chick. So, you know what I mean? So you just like, you know what? I gotta work it out. So I think maybe Ken might not have gotten to that point yet, because when he do, trust me, he's gonna be like,
she's fulfilling me in a lot of other areas that are equally as important, and it's not just that. Like, I would compromise not getting overwhelmed the way that I like. Okay, cool, but if she's just not meeting that need whatsoever,
right? Well, that's a different story.
But that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that. Like, Erica coming at me with the 50. I'm not talking about that.
No, but
I'm talking about a person who just says that's not how I communicate, and I'm not gonna pour into that one bit.
But the thing about that person you're talking about, you would not make it a month with that person.
Not even a week.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that wouldn't even be qualified for a judgment of an experience when it comes to compromise. That's just an attribute that you saw that was a red flag, and you said, no, I'm not having it. Relationship is done. Now, I've met a chick before who actually said she didn't really do head. She didn't give head.
That's crazy.
I know women who's like, I can't do it.
And I'm not gonna lie. Let me. Wait.
I'm
Hold
up. You know.
Hold up. Let me tell you. Let me draw the point I'm trying to make. Right. So, this particular chick, she was something special. So, and when she said that, when I say special, I mean our chemistry was through the roof. When she saw me, she didn't talk much. She came smooth on to me. It's like it was a build-up. I already had that build-up the only thing I didn't know, she had the crush on me. So when she came on to me, it was explosive. It was like, what? I ain't gonna lie. I love the art of kissing. I'm a kisser.
Oh my God. Kissing is almost as
I'm sorry, bro.
Almost as good as sex. But it can be very intimate.
What? I'm talking about what?
It's It's a game.
Talk about it.
You know, it's
elaborate.
You giving, I'm giving. It's like that. He's like, you gotta be in your head, and you moving this way, I'm moving this way. It's like it's a chemistry.
There's a whole lot of.
Ken is not feeling that.
Oh, Ken, man, I can't.
Said I'm not feeling it.
Okay, I was wondering.
Let me tell you.
I was wondering because you said that's crazy.
Why you always put me in?
Look, check this out, Erica. When this nigga experiences it, he's gonna start
right?
on his forehead.
Why would you make Ken be
All right. Let me get off camera.
Y'all older, so you know, yeah.
Here we go. Since I was a youngin', I love kissing. That's why I keep my mouth clean, lips unashy. Because when I kiss her and she kisses me, it's gonna be flames.
I'm telling you, like, I feel like I read something at one point. I may be wrong, but it talked about like the exchange of breath, right? And the energy that comes along with it. And it's a real thing. It's like your soul or your spirit is kind of like intertwined.
She getting deep right now.
Yeah, we
go ahead. Let it out. Go ahead, talk. Let it talk.
And that's real. It's like have you ever been in a space, and I'm sure you guys have been, where you're so intimate, and you guys are kissing out doing sex or whatever, and it's like you're exchanging breath? Have you guys
It's amazing.
I mean,
she getting deep, y'all. I'm telling you, she's getting very deep right now. Go ahead, Erica. Let her do her thing.
Have you guys had? You experienced it?
Yeah, of course.
It's something you cannot.
Kissing, you making love.
It's not his thing. You can tell by the way he's talking.
I'm not talking about kissing. I'm not talking about that fast shit. I'm talking about that.
I have where I don't give me fresh air. I don't want fresh air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, just give me your recycled fucking
I ain't gonna lie. I'm
oxygen.
I'm gonna share with y'all something. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. All right, no worries. I get it.
We're at an hour and 38 minutes.
Okay, good.
If you guys are still with us,
they are with us. You hear me? So I've experienced kissing so passionate that it damn near led to a climax before doing anything.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's
when the good gets good.
That's the thing. That's when things open up.
Was about to bust.
And that's when things open up and blood starts to happen.
Yeah, you throwing gang sign with the tone of kissing.
I'm talking about like this. West Side, nigga. I'm telling you, anybody out there that's really intimate beings, y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't gotta say much. I'm talking about just sit. Y'all don't have to have much on. Candlelight. Maybe one candle in the room. It's just you and her. She ain't even come out the gown yet. Y'all just talking.
He said down. Whoa, that's old school. You said down.
Sorry, my bad. What would be the term, Erica? Put me on.
I would say,
something sexy.
Lingerie.
All right. She got on some sexy.
Something sexy. She even came out of her jet.
Y'all just talking with the lips. Eye contact. Can't laugh at him. This make you uncomfortable. This uncomfortable conversation. You feel me? Y'all ain't saying a word.
Nothing.
You telling her how your day went with the lips. I'm talking about soft. She is blown away. Can't laugh at this shit is so real. It's a real shit.
It's real. Oh my God, Ken.
What?
Ken, are you saying you never experienced?
He probably never did. Because if he did, he'd be sweating. Because I'm sweating.
With the soft.
I'm sweating like. He never experienced that.
Wait. Ken, have you never experienced that?
What?
The gown and the soft lips.
Gown.
No.
Lose the gown, just the soft lips.
When we say down, I'm thinking breast mama coming out with the removal. No flowers, no lace. Okay.
We're talking about something sexy.
Yeah.
I'd be turning into the Hulk by then. Yeah, no, I'm not. Bro.
So you never had a woman lay you down and just like tell you like don't do anything else. All she's doing is speaking to you with her lips.
I can't.
Oh, you're aggressive. I ain't gonna lie. You could have this moment in the car, nigga, in the hallway.
Aggressive. Like, not that I'm like,
So when you say you're aggressive, you don't never allow woman
it's
to
too
take
much.
control?
It's too much energy.
All right, let me share
No,
this
this is a
with
whole
you.
other show. I'm sorry.
That's cool. We after dark right now.
Right, after an hour and a half, we didn't turn into after. Dim the light, put the candles on the table.
Get that footage real quick.
Oh, good job, thanks.
But I'm telling you, man, and I want to share with you this, brother.
Yeah.
Try it one day. I know you're laughing. I'm gonna tell you how
the
to
right girl.
No, forget all that. What you mean forget all that? Let me bless your game.
He
Look,
said what you need for good hour.
it's an intellectual kind of intimacy.
I'm forgetting that kid is so young.
I'm telling you. Look, listen to me,
All
brother.
right,
Look, check this
go
out,
ahead,
right?
go ahead.
So I'm saying, you're right. It's a specific type of female, right? That you have this experience.
Mm.
But I guarantee you, when you try it, it's going to blow your mind.
So you just sitting there
You're gonna be
talking?
hard.
You're not talking at all.
No talking.
We talking about
Mouth,
intimate
breath,
kisses.
energy.
And try to restrain your aggression.
Yeah.
See where that
Restrain
yeah.
aggression.
Just hold it back a little bit.
Yeah.
See if it's not 10 times more explosive.
Yeah.
Because you decided to calm the
Yeah.
way.
Turn me into DMX and shit. Stop barking.
DMX and now what we talking about?
No, I'm saying after.
Oh,
You gotta let it go sometimes.
I'm talking about D'Angelo.
Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell.
Oh, man.
No talking. A lot of us can't do this. We talking about that. I'm trying to give you a visual. You looking at her in her eyes, but you talking to her with your lips.
Yeah.
No words. Real soft.
See the
And while you do it, you kind of like caressing the small of her back.
Yeah.
It's a sensual energy that electrifies the body.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta squeeze her too much. It's kind of like one of these.
Listen, she's gonna be wetter than you ever
What?
have experienced.
Say, bro, let me put you on to some shit.
We putting you on right
We
now.
putting you on game right now.
Only a
Sorry,
drink.
bro.
That's what you deserve. That's what I
Say,
deserve.
bro, I'm telling you.
The Ja Rule era over here.
It's a time. This nigga said the Ja Rule. Hey, look, it's a time to be aggressive though, Ken, but I'm just saying, try being sensual. The word I want to say is sensual. A sensual
Be
kiss.
I don't know how we got here, but yeah, it's a good topic.
Ooh.
Man, that's for the next
Say,
day.
bro.
Oh my God, that's the next level. Like literally, when you start learning how to communicate, when you become vulnerable, you're reaching other levels that you have never reached before.
Okay.
So you want me to wrap it up?
Yeah, wrap it up.
All right. Because my boy, we gave y'all so much good stuff in this. I gotta cut it short, right?
Treatment, bro.
So,
yeah, 2 hour show, man.
man, I ain't gonna lie, I
2
enjoyed
hours.
every bit of this conversation, guys. This was good. Now, to come to conclusion, guys, it's just all about compromising and being optimistic.
Being vulnerable.
Communicating.
You know what I'm saying? Being vulnerable is actually, it makes you a lot more attractive. So if you was attractive here, when you're vulnerable, you just become dirty.
Man, ain't nothing more attractive than a vulnerable ass nigga.
Erica, I'm scared. Do it scared.
Mm-hmm.
Do it scared.
Do it
Straight
scared.
up. Mm-hmm.
And when you kiss her, make sure it's soft, nigga.
Be Maxwell.
Yeah, don't get rough with her. I'm sweating. I'm telling you what I know. You know, I might need tissue in a minute.
You're gonna experience something you ain't never experienced before. I'm
will
telling you.
make you warm. You know, these niggas be talking about taking you to Pound Town. No, sorry.
Fuck that. I'm telling you. Woo! Rick, that's another. Don't get me started.
We ain't doing it like that.
No, how we
That leg up makes a difference.
Hey, that leg up
makes a difference.
Expose our age by the same time. Y'all niggas know who Wesley Pipes is, y'all already know. Anyway, so I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Can I get in there? Yes.
Shout out to my nigga with
Stop.
Greatest shit talk. You taught me how to talk in the bedroom, hands down.
I ain't gonna lie.
Wesley Pipes.
Wesley Pipes. Don't Google him. Just we're not trying to go there. I'm just saying. This is for y'all who
Oh
don't.
wow, who is he?
Let me tell you.
Is he a freak?
No. We're not gonna go there.
Okay.
We're not gonna go there. We're not even advocating for this, right? But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But yeah, guys, you gotta be optimistic and just lose the idea of a man has to have all the all this money.
You gotta be 6'9",
and all this.
200K.
I'm gonna tell y'all again and again. When a brother likes you, if what you present to him is somewhat close to even being a keeper, we're not even talking about wife, because a lot of chicks are now saying, "Oh, I'm not trying to be a wife." Cool. If you're just trying to be kept, just exercise what we're talking about. Compromise, open communication, and just being transparent. But giving him your all of you, the inner you, the genuine you. You know what I'm saying? And watch what this brother do for you. I guarantee you, he's coming through with whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? Because now he feels he has a something special. He was able to experience something special with a special human being. That's all we need. We're really not complicated. Say whatever they want to say. If these things are presented to a real man, you got him. He gonna give you everything he got. Trust me. And he bringing it home. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say a special thank you to these two beautiful people on both sides of me. Erica, you are something special, princess. I promise. And I enjoy having you here.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Keep being you, okay?
No other way. No other way.
To my left is my brother Ken. Ken, is always good to have your energy. I know you're not going to play with these niggas.
No, I'm spraying them, the hoes. I'm the black sheep of this situation, and that's okay.
And you're giving us love. I just want to give you love. Thank you so much for allowing us to be on this platform, because your mind is amazing. The thoughts, the things that you think of, the conversations you want to have, your perspective on so many things is beautiful. And I think that this is where it all starts.
That's right.
This
for all of y'all.
You're good at what you do. So
thank you.
For all of y'all watching, support the point perspective. It is
oh my God.
Without us, you know, this is all hash. Without us, you know, we just the supporting characters in this whole thing. And, you know, please support Upon Perspective, like the video, subscribe, and spread the information. You know, drop the video to a family member, to your friends, to strangers that you might think need a little bit of information, because there's so much coming your way via the Potent Perspective. So please stay tuned, and we're gonna go on an amazing journey and ride together.
And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed, this entire conversation was off the top of the head.
Yep.
I'm talking about this was not scripted, guys. This is how organic our energy is when we come together. And I'm telling you, I could do this on my worst day. I'm talking about good conversation.
I agree.
You feel what I'm saying?
So support this shit. Stop playing.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's simple as this sharing. Like, we get so caught up, we love to enjoy something and really learn from it. But it's so hard for us to just push to support it, and we don't understand how big that is to support something.
Just watching it ain't enough. You better support. You better get involved.
We're not saying you better, because people get involved.
No, I'm threatening. I'm coming in with the sword. She come in with the daisy holding the flower. I got a sword in my hand. So support the channel. Like, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. Say what you feel and feel what you say, and give us ideas. Okay?
But guys, what he basically saying is he love y'all and he wants y'all. It's cool. Right now, we want to make sure we improvise that all the time, right? We love y'all. This conversation is coming from a place of love, right? So it's welcoming to those who are like-minded. Now, if you choose to be ignorant, it's your choice. That's not what we're doing here. You know what I mean?
We don't support no damn ignorance.
We're not doing. We don't need that community. That community is already been created. We're trying to create a different kind of energy, right?
Are you inviting people like viewers onto the set?
Of
Do you
course.
give an opportunity so they can like chime into you?
Yes.
Like if y'all feeling this, if this is your type of conversation.
Potent the one, the Instagram handle. DM him on the ground,
If
DM him on TikTok, and say if you live in the Houston area and you want to be on the show, go ahead. Oh yeah, if you don't fly in this motherfucker, come on in, talk to him.
We can pull another chair in here
on this show.
We got chairs, trust me, we got chairs. And I think, to be optimistic, there may be something that you might be able to bless us with. In doing so, bless the world with. So we welcome the conversation, guys. And like I said, this is only the beginning. You know what I mean? I want to just take the time to also say, if you find what we're doing to be a positive, and you want to be a blessing to us, for sure.
I'm sorry.
I will be honest with you. You could also, you can send something, be a blessing. The Cash App handle is gonna be Men of Honor LLC, basically, all one word, or hash potent, the one. Or hash potent, just hash potent alone.
Hash what?
Hash potent.
Spell that.
So it's POETIN. It's HASHPOETIN. And poet is partly in there. Potent comes from the word potent.
We're gonna drop it in the description video.
Right, we'll drop it in the
all the links
description,
gonna be there. Links to the social media and Cash App, where y'all can donate if you find it in your heart to give even a penny.
Yes. And we're not demanding, we're just saying it's an option, right? Yes. But in closing, I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate y'all for taking the time to sit with us. And as I always say, keep it P. You know what I mean? That covered all the P's out there.
All the P's.
All the
P's. I'm sorry.
You just humped it.
But I appreciate y'all, man. Until next time, we see y'all, all right? Much love.
I speak on behalf of the lost, on behalf of the little nigga trying to get a Porsche.